years, and it died out. I don't know why. Yeah. I tried to sell them to people like CARE and Catholic Charities Inc. And my thought was, you know, if they can't afford operating theaters in places like Bangladesh, maybe we could sell them. Of course, they don't have any money, but maybe we could sell them for dollars to somebody who puts them in a container in New York and gets them out into the bush.
Yeah.
And I felt, and I still feel, that the paramedics or whoever's out there under their poverty vows, actually trying to help these people, if we could get them a gross of these things, the reports would come back, for God's sake, send more of these things. They last for years, and they do the trick, and they make these guys able to follow the water buffalo again, you know, and make them productive, and great boon to the health of this region, and cheap. Particularly with the air cushion, you know, you could sell them for 20 bucks, and one $20 bill would make some man ambulatory for a year or 2 or 3, the way you would wear them till it, and it would be very economic, particularly if they're stamped out on the injection die and the injection plastic machines and not
Sure.
sewn by hand. And we had the patents, and we had everything, you know. We could roll with it, but
They weren't interested.
no, it got vetoed the minute it got in. Well, of course, we don't know anything about medicine. We're charity administrators, but we'll refer it to our medical committee. And as soon as the MDs got anywhere near it, they hooted and hollered and said, "Of course not. This is not medicine. This is
patent medicine.
This is hokum." Yeah. And so we never got anywhere. But in theory, and the only other thing you could do would be to go to Peru and bribe the Minister of Health and sell the whole country, which would probably be easier than selling CARE. You know, if you're for 25 grand in the right place in Lima, you could probably get a big order for the Indians,
Yep.
Peru.
Yep.
And boy, if you just get one country going like that, the next thing the whole underdeveloped world would be your oyster. And I was thinking like this for a long time, and
But it's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
well, then also there was the do you want to shoot craps with the money that would take to hire the middleman, who's the good salesman, who's already got these connections, who could go bribe the Minister of Health, and you know,
Yeah.
you're talking hundreds of thousands.
Right.
And if we were making a living without jeopardizing that kind of money, maybe
Yeah.
it wouldn't be prudent
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
So, but I think it could be done. I think that there's magic in these gizmos for certain people. Certain kinds of hernias in certain age groups, and people who have other things wrong with them. They can't stand surgery. They can't stand any alternative.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I got a gal who's a nurse at the doctor's office I go to, and she's just had a leather patch sewn in to her gut to hold something in place. You know, it's like, jeez.
Leather.
Well, that's what the doc told me. Because she had some leather patch sewn in or something. Is whatever it had, you know, whatever's wrong with her abdomen kept bursting.
Oh,
You know, so geez, sounds awful.
how's your brain, by the way?
It is. Fine.
Still there?
Yeah, it's still there. I take a miracle drug.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they use it for people with Parkinson's disease. That's where it's mostly used.
Oh,
And for some reason, it does the same thing with me too, and it works just great. So.
do they have some kind of tests on you from time to
Yeah,
time?
every 3 months. Matter of
Oh,
fact,
really?
you can see the bruising right there.
Hmm.
That was from my blood drawn on, maybe Thursday.
Well, they can tell there's no blood test.
They test my blood in nanograms per milliliter or something or other stuff in your blood. It all comes from your pituitary gland, which is the main controller of all the different glands and all the operations of the body. So whatever my body won't produce, I take pills and stuff. I take pills to keep the brain tumor from coming back, and I take pills to replace what the pituitary doesn't allow the other, Synthroid and stuff. A lot of people take Synthroid for a thyroid condition. So, yeah, anyway, I'm fine.
Would you like to take the slideshow?
Oh, I'd love to.
Well, we'll have to get it, something
All
added.
right. I'll turn this thing off. And then when I get this thing done, then I'll come back, we'll talk about, I don't know, Confederate stamps or